Hello guys, Cumberco here. This isn't a video I normally like to make, but it's about Roblox. It's about the whole drama that's going on right now with a YouTuber named Schlep. And I actually have seen some of his videos back I think in 2022 or 2021, I think is when he started. Let me see. Oh, never mind. Or wait. Or did he start in 2023? Shoot, he's got like 600K subscribers. I think I was one of his first subscribers. Glad that I'm subscribed to him, but man, as I wanted to say, it's about Roblox. They haven't sued Schlep. All it is a cease and desist letter. I wanted to have my thoughts on this whole thing. It's a precursor to a heartburn. Sorry if I sound like this. I'm really tired. My eyes, they're always tired. My goodness. I'm not that angry. I wish I could have made the video when I was pissed off yesterday. But this is completely a new low for Roblox to do this. It really is. All this guy was doing was catching these predators and working with law enforcement, So yeah, it's pretty outrageous what Roblox is doing to him. Sorry if I sound like a fucking druggie. Anybody fucking making fun of me for sounding like one can just leave my channel. For all I care if you stick around or not. I'm tired of people making fun of the way how I talk. But make fun of me all you want. I'm not telling you to stop. I'm just saying I'm tired of hearing people just the way how I sound like, But yeah, the only reason why they're doing this, they're sending him a cease and desist letter is because I'm sure Roblox got fucking humiliated. I bet he humiliated Roblox to show how incompetent they really are, And they made a new new policy. They don't want no vigilantes no more. Like Schlep, to protect kids, It isn't even about protecting kids anymore. It's about a company fucking over a small content creator. He's kind of a big one, as you can see here. He's still technically poorer than a billion-dollar company. And I hate using that argument because, it's not an original argument. It's just us saying the regurgitated term of a billion-dollar company over and over again. And I hate saying that, but it is true. It truly is true, That fucking CEO of Roblox, David Bazooka, whatever the fuck his name is. I'm not going to even look up his name right now. Bazooki or Bazooka. It sounds more Polish. His last name, because it starts with a Zuki. No, it sounds more Asian, but whatever. I guess he has gray hair now. He looks like he's in his 50s, That fucking CEO, he really is incompetent, He pretty much is a pedo protector. I bet he protects pedos. I don't know if he really does, but I wouldn't be surprised if he actually was one. And I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying because, you don't know if he really is. People are making out assumption that he probably is, but I wouldn't be surprised if he is, but I don't want to, make up rumors unless one is actually true. He really is protecting them at this point. I don't know if it's him, but whoever sent him that letter saying that we're doing our best, no, too late. And even if you did, you didn't do enough, And the idea that he wants to introduce dating on Roblox that is supposed to be for children too, mostly children, is a bad idea. If he really wanted to do that, make another site, at least whatever code to make a new game, but for older people to date and stuff, you know? To do it in the same area in Roblox is ridiculous. You know, this situation really pissed me off. You know, I saw the thumbnail of the video. I didn't watch it until I decided to see what was up. And seeing that they're doing the same crap to him again, the same bullshit again, you know, it reminded me of the same shit that happened to let's see, you know, the same crap that they did to Ruben Sim, you know. Let's see. I don't know where. It should be around here somewhere. Yeah, that's the video. Reminded me of this video of them suing him for $1 million. The only reason why they did that was supposedly accusing him of making a threat, you know, to one of their conventions, you know. They literally threatened him to sue him. And it reminded me of that similar incident because he was doing the same thing as well. You know, I think at that time, you know, showing the incompetencies of Roblox, you know. I don't know where I can start to see. I don't know. It's all he's still been making videos. Let me see. Oh, part 2. This is a part 2-er. Yeah, you know, this whole thing is just awful. It's the same crap that they did to Ruben Sim where they banned him from ever using Roblox again. I think he won the suit against them, but people call it a loss because he never had the ability to ever... He still lost the ability as part of the agreement to ever go on Roblox again. It goes to show you how disgusting... And they got offended by him, you know. Whatever his methods, whatever you think of Ruben Sim, whatever you think his methods were right or wrong, or how he talks shit to furries, you know, I can see why people would dislike him because of the way how he talks about furries and the negative light. Which, to be fair, I don't blame him because there are furries who are completely creepy and absolutely obsessed and fetishy. If people want to be like that, fine, but be careful with who you interact with, especially if they're children, you know. But at the same time, you know, for him to just talk in generalize all furries is kind of wrong because my friend in real life is a furry and he's Christian, you know. He's not one of those creeps, you know, with whatever stereotypes that they do with them, you know. But at the same time, he still doesn't deserve what Roblox did to him, you know, to Ruben Sim. And they got upset with him. They were accusing him of discriminatory shit, you know, in the lawsuit about an employee going naked on camera, showing nude photos of himself. I don't know if it was a developer or an employee of Roblox. And it wasn't even like, or they were, I forgot what it was called, you know, defamation, humiliation, cancellation. I forgot the term, you know, gaslighting, you know. Well, I mean, that's his fault, you know, for showing himself, you know, thinking nobody would catch on to what he was doing. I guess he didn't really care that he was running a company that's demographic is children, you know. It's completely bullshit, you know. That's the reason why they sued him for that and for discrimination. Honestly, anybody that talks about that discrimination, hate, and racism, that argument is over. You guys are a bunch of woke ass motherfuckers. If you want to destroy somebody's life over being insensitive, obviously I'm not saying you shouldn't get offended, but to try to destroy somebody's life is ridiculous. Ruben Sims is a little different because he does go a little bit edgier. He is a little bit more provocative, which makes him a little more controversial in the way how he talks about people sometimes. But with Schlep, it's a very similar situation where they're telling him that he can't. They're not suing him. It's a cease and desist, just for your reminder. It's a cease and desist against him, a Schlep, telling him that they didn't like the way how he handled these predators and leaving them offside, I mean, as you can see, even Discord is on Ruben Sim's ass for protecting children and accusing him of discrimination because he built a bot that would, it's like their background check, but, to try to detect if any of the players were at their condo games, and if they found out to be that, they would be banned from his server and a couple of the servers that whatever Ruben Sim develop or other developers of that bot, that would detect anybody accused of being in a condo game and participating in them. Discord thought it was discriminatory, So forget about me thinking, you know what, forget it. I don't know what I was going to say. I was going to say about people shitting on Discord about the far right or the alleged far right or haters, Forget about that part. That part doesn't really concern me much. The part that concerns me is because I have a Discord server as well, and Discord is just as badass Roblox, because I literally have teenagers, 13-year-olds and up, and adults too. I do everything I can to protect these minors that are on my server. I would never allow NSFW or sus. I'm talking about sexual stuff. I mean, if it comes to violence, it depends on how graphic I would allow for a post that is about violence, If it glorifies it, obviously I wouldn't allow it in my server. But, we're talking about the grooming and stuff that these predators take advantage of kids, on Discord. If Discord didn't like that, so they must have deleted his bot, for that, call it discriminatory. They're calling, I bet predators now, they're going to probably try to lump them into the LGBTQ community, which the LGBTQ community would absolutely, the ones that have a heart and aren't part of that bad stereotype against gay people, would totally be upset that they're trying to lump the discrimination class, to predators or potential predators. Now, I'm a Christian, as you know. I can't really be going on and shitting every evil person. I can't say, fuck them and fuck them, those predators. I hate him, unforgivable. I can't really do that in this video. This isn't even about the predators, but good for Ruben and Schlep doing everything they can to prevent these predators from taking advantage of teenagers, mostly teenagers, and children too, It's sad to see how, like Alex Neutron's game, Meep City, having those condo games in their private servers, in their private rooms, private hotels or whatever they were called in the game, It's absolutely outrageous to see this happening, I have complimented, thinking about deleting my Roblox account because of this whole bullshit, It's literally a company telling him that he can never use Roblox again, and that's not fair. Even for Ruben Sim being an asshole to some people, Ruben Sim still doesn't deserve the treatment that Schlep got as well, Everybody's already making, even Penguin, out of all people that has nothing really to do with Roblox, literally make this video about this as well. So you can see, even he'd made a video like this, A part of me really, even Dejon, Schlep was working with, Dijon, you know, I don't know how you spell his name. As you can see, even he, because he's worked with him. I think Ruben Sim has worked with Schlep too, because I remember Schlep talking about Ruben Sim, about all his controversies, talking bad about furries and about him trying to do everything to protect predators. Whatever you think that Ruben Sim is doing this for a clout, the matter is that at least he's doing something, you know. He really is. And Roblox isn't really doing much of anything, you know. Not every reporting to Roblox about these predators are always successful. At this point, you can't really defend their decisions, you know. People like Schlep or Ruben Sin would have never existed if it wasn't for Roblox's terrible moderation team. And I don't blame the moderation team that much, even though they should get all the blame. Roblox as a company, it's their fault, you know, for allowing this bullshit to happen, you know. Sorry. And it is, you know, they do deserve all the hate right now. There's already a hashtag on Twitter or X, you know, calling, you know, using the hashtag free schlep, you know, and for them to just tell him he can't, even if, like, he can't even play Roblox either anymore. Or I don't know if they did a cease and desist letter, because people are saying that he can't talk about Roblox either. I don't know if that part is true. I need to watch his part of his video again if they told him that he couldn't talk about Roblox anymore. Honestly, if that's the case, well then fuck Roblox. I'll say bad words all I wanted. I don't care. Roblox, you did something really, really bad. That's a horrible PR stunt. But you know what? I wish everybody would truly stand up for Schlep, you know. I mean, a lot of the Roblox 2 YouTubers are. I bet Green Lego Cats is already on his way to make a video. He made a new video that's nothing to do with the whole situation. He even put it on his comment section, saying in his pinned comment saying that he knows about the whole Schlep situation. He's gonna make a video about it. And, you know, I'm looking forward to his perspective on the whole thing. You know, it's completely bullshit. You know, it's unbelievable. Roblox did it again. When I found out about that yesterday, I was like, oh my goodness, this is Ruben Sim again. And it reminded me of Ruben Sim. No matter how much of an asshole Ruben Sim is, I am his watcher forever. I liked all the drama. Even when he can't use Roblox anymore, he still cares about Roblox. If he really didn't care about Roblox, he wouldn't be making videos about these predators and catching these predators, you know. I don't like the way how he trolled people in his anti-furry Arizona bill. I don't know if he lives in Arizona. I go to that state a couple of times for vacations or family reunions from Mexico. But, you know, he made that video, and I think he went a little too far with that video. I think that was completely uncalled for him to ban furries like that. Now, if it's having to do with anything about these bad furries, then I guess, but I think making laws against furries, as long as if it has to do with anything inappropriate, then I can understand. But I don't like how he generalized all furries, or at least in the context that he made it sound like. But he probably was just trolling, and even if he was trolling, still pretty low of him to do, I guess. I'm sorry, I really didn't want to make this video too long. I couldn't get into the mood to make the video, but right now I'm in a better mood to make this video. I think I should try to make this video short enough, you know, but I'm thinking about just literally deleting my Roblox account, and if I don't, you know, at least I'll just stay and play Phantom Forces and Deadline, you know. Those are my favorite first person shooters from Roblox. I only play those mostly, you know. I don't know if Roblox even deserves my attention. I don't care. Anybody who fucking defends Roblox on this, I want nothing to do with you. There's nothing to defend against Roblox doing that to a person who's in his 20s and isn't a bad person, you know. They treat him like if he did something really bad. He did something really good to protect these children. And I'm not a protector of children. I don't like to use children as pawns to make yourself look like the good guys. Or, oh, you know, oh, for the children. Or make children mortars. I hate using children as mortars. Because I don't like using children, you know. It disgusts me that people use children like with the whole Sandy Hook thing when it comes to guns, you know, back in 2012, you know, where they try to use children to pass their political agenda. The fact that children got shot up, you know. But honestly, people have theories about that whole thing, and I could care less if it really turned out to be somebody behind the whole thing. I don't care how conspiritual I'm sounding right now. I don't give a shit anymore about what people think about me. I mean, I do care about what people think, but I don't care about posting it anymore. If it offends me, if my feelings get hurt, well then so be it, you know. I'm tired of hiding the way how I feel. I'm tired of hiding my opinions. I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want. Obviously, I'm not going to get that political or that insensitive in this YouTube channel, but I really felt like I needed to make this video to let it all out. You know, this isn't about him, you know, about protecting children anymore. It's about these corporations and this government in the United States of America. And no, I'm not just talking about Trump's government. It doesn't matter who becomes president of America. Tyranny will always exist no matter what. Your vote won't count no matter what. It doesn't matter what you do to make a country better. It will always be shit. The only people that can make this country better is yourselves against these corporations. It's thanks to us we allow these companies to fuck us over, to do the bad, you know, and be incompetent in protecting people, you know. It's completely outrageous, you know. And we have allowed these companies. This is why I don't want to get a job, because I don't want to give money to these corporations or them giving me money for little fucking pay. This is why I do DoorDash. DoorDash is just as exploitative, if not sometimes even worse. But at least with DoorDash, you get more flexible time. That's not what you get with a regular W-2 job. So I'm sorry if I'm sound like I'm going off topic, but this does have to do with everything that happens, you know. That happened, you know. I really do hope Roblox backpedals their decisions. And if not, I truly hope people who truly have the heart and truly have the balls, you know, to just boycott Roblox or do something to Roblox. I don't mean violence. No. Like boycotting them, you know, giving them bad publicity. That's literally what has to happen, you know. If you want real change against Roblox, you want things to get better for these children there, then you really have to take action against Roblox, because this is not cool, Roblox. You pretty much lost a customer that, you know, you pretty much lost a long life customer now, you know, even though I've stopped playing Roblox a lot. I don't know if it should matter to me anymore. I don't play that much Roblox anymore. The only thing keeping me there is that game. That might just be the only game I'm gonna play. Then that'll be it, you know, if I don't give up on my Roblox account, you know. That'll be the only thing I'll play. Roblox really did go far. They really did. That's all I have to say, you know. Slep, if you do watch this video, I wish you luck. I really truly do wish you luck. You don't deserve what's happening to you, man. Absolutely not cool. You know, you Roblox, you're gonna fucking regret your decision forever. And David, the CEO of Roblox, you don't deserve any fucking love. You deserve all the hate that you're getting from everybody. You don't deserve it. You deserve everything that goes in your way. All the humiliation, all the bullshit. I don't care if you don't care, you know. But you will fucking care if people really do. And if something bad happens to Roblox, I will feel no sorry. I'll be really sad if that happens, because Roblox has been somewhat of a part of my teenhood, It really was, you know. But for Roblox, I'll be sad. I'll be really sad. But guess what, Absolutely, you did this again. You did this 2 times, Roblox. So I will think about deleting my Roblox account if I ever do. I'm thinking of having to, because I don't care if my efforts are useless. This isn't about if it's going to make a real change. This is about having morality. It's about standing up for what's right. What Roblox is doing is wrong. Roblox, you can go to fucking hell. I hope you answer to Jesus Christ, whatever all your fucking sins, if you ever see, God, I don't care if anybody makes fun of me for saying this. You will, if you really are a bad person, you really are a pedo yourself, you will have to answer to God if you really are one yourself. Anyways, thank you guys for the video. Sorry for the long video. I did not want to drag this video for long. If you liked it, like and subscribe. Go support Ruben Sim. Go support Schlep. Anyway, see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.